Thanks for the F Shack. Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this they call it, the podcast?
Morning Jay.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, by the way, shout out to Tim's Braids Red Box.
Welcome to Morning Good. All right, we're here with Christophe Jean
What's up?
and Jake Ricca, bruh.
How's it going?
We getting after it today.
Yeah,
we getting
You
welcome
know,
to the
man, I'm just happy
podcast.
you got me doing my comedy shit.
my comedy shit.
doing my comedy shit.
Shit, bruh.
Yeah, just doing my comedy shit.
I do stand up every night. I go out there, I speak the truth. That's what
Why
I
are you
do
doing
out
like
there.
a Cajun thing?
I don't know, dude. I'm just
I'll go out there. I'll go out there.
I said.
I'm doing stand-up comedy every day of my life.
After the shrimp ball, I'll go do the comedy.
Have you ever done lean?
Nope.
I want to do it so bad. Not to, I don't know. I
What's
think
up?
that does look like lean.
It does. I've never done
Nah,
it.
it's too thin.
These are electrolytes.
Oh yeah. It's kind of a gross thing. The consistency wise, it's disgusting to just be
What,
drinking
syrup
like
and
a,
soda? I mean, it sounds gross.
Yeah,
Is it
yeah.
literally like cough syrup and
Yeah,
soda?
it's codeine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what lean is?
Codeine syrup.
but it's
yeah.
codeine and promethazine. There's like a codeine's an opiate.
synergistic.
Yeah.
Promethazine makes I believe it makes the codeine more effective.
I was gonna do it when I had cornrows. I'm like, I want to drink lean with
Oh,
cornrows.
yeah.
But I was like, what if I just like fucked my life up and became like an
A
opiate
lean addict. Lean is so expensive.
And it wasn't.
Do you know
Yeah.
how expensive lean is?
No, I know, but I think I would
Literally,
transfer
a
and
cup
start
like
doing
that
it.
is like $80, $50.
Wow.
It's like crazy.
Do you drink
Yeah.
the whole thing though?
Yeah.
Or you
no,
like sip it and you can last you a couple days?
No, I don't. It depends. I guess it depends on how much you're pouring in there.
Yeah.
Because like if you get a bottle of it, it's like $200 some, and they're like fucking not that big. They're like 8 or 10 ounces, and then you can pour a 2 or pour a 4. If you pour a 4, that means you pour 4 ounces in there, which is like a lot.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I think I wouldn't become a lean addict. I think I would drink lean
and
to
then
be
go
cool.
get heroin.
Yeah. In my mind, I'll be like, this was so not worth the bit of me drinking.
Oh yeah,
lean.
heroin would be way cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not you, it's the cornrows that made you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next thing you
exactly.
know, you're sucking cock because you have cornrows.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude, that is kind of a perfect little grip. Like
Yeah.
if you were a man having another man suck your dick for drugs, I feel like just having cornrows.
Oh,
is perfect.
cornrows would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems.
Yeah, it'd be fun. It's like football laces. Yeah.
Yeah.
The people talk about the beard would be good for you. You can grab the beard. for
That would
face
hurt my
fucking.
face.
It would.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Definitely
trying to
hurt.
enjoy this sweet cock in my mouth. Pulling my beard hair, I'd be a little frustrated.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if it's like a long beard,
Like a biker.
like this, like pulling on, like not like really yanking, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would assume. I've heard.
I've heard tell of these
Yeah.
beard pulling face fuckers.
I don't know, man.
I think I drank too much coffee before this. I have this every time I do this podcast. I'm like, I listen to the last episode. I'm like, it was good, but it could be better. And I'm always like, if I
Yeah.
drink an absurd amount of caffeine,
That'll
be-
make it better.
Now my heart's just exploding, and in my
Yeah.
head I'm like, okay, are we gonna stay on the cornrow mouth rape bit? Or
Yeah, I don't know.
I can wait.
Slow down.
Yeah, you're good, dude. Don't worry.
Can I get one of them?
What, you want the Celsius?
Oh, you
Do you
woke me
want
up.
fantasy vibe or tropical vibe?
What's the difference?
Fantasy vibe is kind of like it tastes like an orange creamsicle. I really like it.
Queens are cool.
And then tropical vibe is kind of pineapple-y fruit punch.
Oh, do they have zero calories?
Yeah, it does 0 calories.
Dude, also Celsius
10
has
calories, but
Fuck.
that's
I'm fasting.
yeah. Jake hasn't eaten in 2.5 days.
yeah, it's absurd.
That's
Check it out.
crazy. Oh my god,
I can tell the dude you got abs now.
Yeah, dude, that's how it works.
that's crazy.
Dude, I love the
Camera
amount of
pick that up?
compliments I've been getting on what?
Being
Yeah,
thinner.
big
Oh
up.
yeah.
Shredded.
You're good. You're
Yeah,
good.
they got that.
The compliments I've been getting on weight loss has been incredible, but I think Celsius says it has fat burner in it. Does it actually have
Well,
something?
caffeine is a fat burner because it makes you like more active. Is like the argument.
So then, like
Yeah.
that's a horrible argument.
Any stimulant.
No, well,
is
caffeine, a stimulant is a fat burner. It
Yeah.
promotes. Yeah.
activity.
Uh,
Because
and
you
it
walk
decreases
around, you
appetite?
move around,
Yeah.
decreases appetite.
Is it? It might have a thermogenic in it. I don't know if it does.
What's a
though.
thermogenic?
It's
It's
a
something that-
thermogenic
it honestly literally
retention
increases your-
flavin.
Like heart rate and shit.
It says,
It makes your body produce. It's not so much that
doesn't
you,
green tea extract do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not so much like you take it and you just immediately lose weight. But what it does is where if your body was to, if you were to lose a pound that day, you might lose 1.1 or 1.2
Yeah.
pounds because you took that maybe
Yeah.
your body was working that much
Yeah.
like quicker.
It helps
you know?
that they're like any kind of stimulant's gonna like make you burn fat just because you're not gonna be laying around.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
used to be
idea.
crazy with that. I used to work reception, and I would wake up in the morning, I'd drink Celsius, then I would take an Adderall, then at lunch I'd have a second Celsius, and I would. This is back when you wear masks for COVID, so I'd
Yeah.
have like 2 Zyn pouches in, and just be full stimulation, and then I'd work till like 6. I would bark for like 6 hours, and
Yeah.
then go to bed at 2 a.m. That was my life for like 3 straight months.
Damn.
Ugh, that's brutal.
Yeah, and then one guy scammed me out of money, and I almost like murdered a man. Like this homeless guy one time, he's like, "Hey man, my car just got towed." I don't know if he's homeless, but he's like, "My car got towed with my wallet and my phone in it. Can
Yeah.
I like borrow like $20?" And I was like, "Here's $20. If you do anything with this besides what you're telling me, then you're a fucking piece of shit." I was like, I'm looking at him like, just know that you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then I turn around the corner and I see him asking something for $20, and he sees me, and I'm like wearing like a tie, like just sweating on Celsius and Adderall, just like, I'm gonna fucking find this guy
Yeah,
and,
dude.
and shame him for
Stealing
not
people's
having
money.
a home probably, which is fucking
Yeah.
insane.
No, I mean, dude, yeah, that's the oldest scam in the book.
No, it's just I'm stupid for falling for
Yeah,
it.
one time I got by that because there was this like crazy drug lady who was like begging for money on the side of the road, and then she was like, ah! Like she was like crying hysterically and like tapping my windshield, like crying, and she looked like she was like weeping, and I was like, "Hey, what the fuck?" You know? And she goes, "Oh, can you give me a ride? I forgot my kids," or something like that. And I was like, "You need a ride?" And then she's like, "Yeah, I just need a ride." And I was like, what? And then I pulled over and I was like, "What do you need?" And she's like, "I need a ride for my kids." I was like, "I'm not letting you in my car. Do you want an Uber or something?" I'll like, where are you going? She goes, "Oh no, an Uber won't work." Or, you know, she's making all these lies. She's like, "Can you just give me money?" And then this trucker pulled up, like was in the gas station we were at, and he goes, "She's a whore."
That dirty bitch got me.
Yeah, and then I just drove away.
Oh, that's fucking yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
some homeless people. I had a fun homeless experience on Sunday.
Well, you sucked him off?
Nah, I wish. I wish it was a girl. I mean, a guy. We were just driving by, and we were like, "Oh, it's such a nice day out. Windows down." There's this like pretty large like black lady, and she
Yeah.
has a shopping cart just full of what I assume
Wares.
is just her life. I don't know.
Yeah.
And she's like yelling at no one. There's no one there, and she's like having a full blown argument. And
Yeah.
she's just like, "I swear to God, I'm gonna fuck you up. My fucking granddaddy got hit by an ice cream truck." It rhymed. What the fuck? And she kept like going. She's like, "You need to get your ass back in the insane asylum." And she's yelling, and there's
Yeah.
no one there.
Nice.
Yeah.
They love doing that.
It was
Dude,
beautiful.
Good for you. Fucking committed to that voice and the accent. I've never seen Jake that like.
Oh yeah, I thought
dedicated.
she was
Bro,
right
it's the
here.
fasting.
Yeah.
That's what it is, dude. Mental
Yeah.
clarity. I go full black.
When I'm mentally clear, I'm a homeless black lady
Yeah.
screaming. Dude, yeah. What was I gonna say? Hold on. Oh, I think I saw the same lady because she was like, I had a shopping cart. She was kind of a bigger black lady,
Yeah.
but she was like really like, she talked to me like this, and like she was like, it was by the library downtown, and she goes, "I need to get to the police station." And I was like, "What?" She goes, "I lost my kids." And I was like walking away, and she goes, "Please, police." And so then I was coincidentally parked right by the police station, and I did
You have
not.
this woman's kid. Like you like really interrogate the police. Like, just give her fucking kids.
Yeah.
hand them over.
I knocked on the police door thing, and they were like, "What?" And I was like, they were like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "There's a lady, you know,
Screaming
Yeah,
about her
screaming
kids.
about her kids and how she needs the police."
You
I was
guys
like,
took 'em.
"She's a crazy homeless lady. If you didn't go, I wouldn't be mad."
Yeah.
I was like, I would get it, dude. I bet you get this every day. And she goes, "Oh, this guy goes, no, I'll go."
Yeah.
And then they left. But I felt a little like guilty, like you don't need to fucking.
You told her. Oh, you feel guilty with them or
The
with
cops. I was just like, as soon as I started talking to them about it, I was like, she's just a psycho. I don't know why I even told you
her?
anything.
And then you said thank you for your service. I appreciate
And then I
everything you do.
got down on my hands and knees and sucked
And
his-
blew him.
The cop or
the homeless woman.
Hell yeah.
She had a huge cock.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually do. That's been a common discussion.
Yeah,
on
I've
podcasts.
noticed that.
Homeless people, huge fucking
Huge
wieners.
wieners.
do?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
probably why they became homeless.
Probably.
They just had it so good. They just didn't care
It's
about anything
Gotta
else.
evens things out.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you ever see.
It's a great place you have, by the way, Jake.
Thank you.
It's a really nice house.
Mansion,
Great
like,
house.
Everyone with a mansion has like a micro.
No, it's like
That's what you want it to be, but then I guarantee you Jeff Bezos just has like a fine ass wiener. But that means in the past
he
life,
probably has like a science wiener, dude.
Yeah, he'd probably get out of
doctors.
that shit somehow.
Have you seen his dog wife? She freaks me out, dude. She's like a ghoul.
his ex.
No. His
His
ex-wife
current one's
is
hot, isn't it?
His ex-wife,
Brazilian
his
chick, right?
ex-wife, I'd definitely fuck. Who's like a cute, like kind of skinny woman, but his current wife is a ghoul.
Current one.
The only words I would describe Jeff Bezos' wife with are ghoul.
Some women do have a ghoulish look, dude. I
Dude,
don't know
well,
what
because she's like
ghouls
so
you're
full
talking
of
about.
plastic, dude. She's like,
Okay, she's scary, but I would fuck her.
She's dating a billionaire and she has had plastic surgery.
isn't that
Wow,
crazy?
what are the odds?
No, but she looks
Usually
awful.
pure, dude.
Dude,
had,
she's
like-
cross-eyed. That's hot for some reason. I don't
Let
know
me see.
why.
She's cross-eyed.
Dude,
I don't
insane.
know. That's
Oh,
kinda
she's.
hot.
Let me see.
She looks kind of like a
Dude,
hot
she's
sort of big
that's a
titty
good
retard. I
That's
don't know why
a
that's hot
good
for me.
picture of her. She looks like a has-been porn star.
She for sure has a lazy eye.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Her eyes are lazy because her body's doing all the fucking work. See, I like porny looking.
I'm gonna
women.
deliver this right now.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I really don't care for that kind of thing.
Like, there's a certain look that like
Like a porn star look.
Nah, I'm not into it.
No.
I'm not into like the very voluptuous, like obvious, like whoopah.
Fake BBL. The
Whoopah.
BBL
BBLs
is
are
nasty.
insane.
BBLs are gnarly.
It's becoming a discussion in my household.
Obviously, fake cans. I'm not into. I like a good set of fake titties.
I don't. If it, I'm not even like a big boob guy. A girl who has nice boobs, it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's like if she wants to get fake tits, it's not gonna make me go one way or the other.
You know what I
Yeah.
haven't seen?
Yeah.
I've seen porn tits in real life. My voice cracked. I've seen porn.
I stumbled upon porn titties.
You just cum in your pants.
I've seen porn.
I've seen tits. Oh, sorry, I remembered.
I've seen porn tits. I've seen like just floppy kind of like big old naturals.
Yeah.
But what I haven't seen are the best are the R-rated horror movie.
Oh.
Big. They're perfect.
Well, those are fake. Those are good fake ones.
I know, but I'm like, I've seen
Those
like
are just good fake tits.
they're amazing.
There's
I'm
a
like,
lot of porn stars with good fake tits that you don't realize.
that might be true too. But
Yeah.
there's maybe it's just the fact that like you aren't expecting to see the boobs, but like
Yeah.
an R-rated movie pair of tits. You're like, these are the best boobs I've seen in my life.
Well, I think it's also a set and setting thing. I also think
And the lighting is perfect for that.
Yeah,
too.
they're filmed beautifully. I think contextually too, and maybe it calls back to being a child and like, you know, Friday the 13th
yeah.
reboot is on.
Dude, that is the one.
and
That is
then
the
you're
one.
just jacking
yes.
off to that, or like, you know, it's just some scene in like a fucking Final Destination movie, and you're like, holy guacamole.
Yeah.
Those are like some of the first titties you get to see.
Yeah,
ever.
yeah, for
Or
sure.
right, I always said this. It's so funny because it's such a brief time period between right before they're getting murdered and right when they take their tits out.
Yeah.
you have like a 30-second time frame to beat your
come,
meat.
to jerk
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I keep
like, a
going, and then
spear
I
goes
keep,
through her head,
and
you're
then if
like,
you
fuck.
keep going, you become like a serial killer.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens. That's what happened to
Yeah.
Jeffrey Dahmer. Is he watched like, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, and he came, and then
His mom's like, "What are you doing up there?" He's like, "Nothing." And the next thing you know, he's like, "Fuck."
yeah,
right.
now he's coming to some lady being beheaded.
I need to go to a gay bar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, which
yeah.
one?
No, that's Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer,
He's
yeah.
gay.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the worst.
It's
things he ever
interesting
did.
that with the homophobia in the 80s, that was never a scene in any of the slasher movies. Was a gay guy getting murdered. It was always straight people.
Well,
fucking.
did you see the second Nightmare on Elm Street movie? Or not Nightmare on Elm Street? Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street.
I only saw the first one recently.
The old first one.
Yeah.
I've seen the old first
The
one. I've seen the old-
acting is horrendous.
It's
Which one
really
has
bad.
the party at the end? Oh no! There is a wait. I think I know what you're talking
The
about.
second one is clearly just about gay sex. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. horror movie.
What happens?
He like gets like possessed by Freddy Krueger, and he can't control his actions, and then he ends up at like a leather bar, you know. And then there's another part where he can't control his actions, and he ends up back at his
I like that. That's a nightmare. It's like, could you imagine if Freddy took over your body?
yeah,
Did
and
you
he's
do gay
like,
shit?
oh, he's at like a bar with a bunch of leather daddies, and then he like goes back
Leather
a
daddies.
bunch of leather daddies, and he kills one. And then there's one where he goes to his like high school gym locker room like during the middle of the night, and the coach is there for some reason. I think this is a dream that the
Yeah.
guy's having. And then he like he uses his magical powers or whatever to like pull out the shower, you know, pipes or whatever, and like those slinky kind, and like tie him up. You know, it's very like
Dude, I remember.
Does he
I've
make
seen
them
this
very
come out.
like BDSM, very he like
That's when
can't
that-
control his urges. It's very like a very thin veiled, gay sex metaphor.
Yeah.
Do they have Relax playing the whole time?
Yeah, relax.
do it.
When you
Suck a penis and then I blew it.
It's always fun telling people that it's a song about gay sex.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you gonna come?
Yeah, dude.
When you gonna come?
When you gonna fucking come? When you gonna fucking come?
That
When
was
are
so
you
funny.
gonna come?
You're doing that, and Jake is just giving the most serious face right now.
Well,
He's like,
no,
he's really doing
I
that?
know his fake cum noises so well. He's done them so much around me.
No, I never do that kind of
When
stuff.
when you did the first one on the pod, I was like, I know this. I feel like I was like, have I made him cum? I just heard.
No,
you
I think
done
what
it.
I really sound like when I come is more like it's like very
That's
like
a little Cosby.
I go up with that boomer.
I'm gonna.
Humana. Yeah. No, it's like yeah.
My favorite is there's one. That, you know what OG Mudbone is?
Hell yeah, dude.
I think so.
Is that real or fake?
It's fake.
Well, is that the
rats.
giant porn
Yeah,
penis?
yeah,
Oh,
Like
yeah,
my
yeah.
arm for a
Yeah,
day.
yeah, I've seen
Not
that.
forearm, arm.
Yeah, no, they're like sucking it like this, like it's
Yeah.
a big hoagie.
Yeah, there's one. It's called OG Mudbone. Big old subs. There's one called OG Mudbone fucks postal slut. And my favorite,
Postal slut
Yeah.
is so funny.
Oh yeah.
he's just like obviously cool ass black guy in his car. And there's a paper like lady. She's like, "Hey, I have child support checks for
Yeah.
OG Mudbone,"
Yeah.
which is hilarious. Could you imagine? I love the idea of the child support being like
Yeah,
two
yeah.
OG Mudbone.
They also have giant fake dicks.
that baby ain't mine. It's like a baby with a huge cock. I ain't never seen that baby one time.
Not me.
He's got your penis, OG. He got a dick just like his daddy.
And she goes, so she's like, he goes, "Nope, that ain't me.
Yeah.
That ain't me." And then he fucks her, and it's so funny because he goes, "Oh, I'm a cum." He goes, "Hit him with a cum, hit him with a cum." And, he goes, and the nerdy camera guy goes, "Special delivery," and he goes, "Special delivery from OG Mudbone, bitch." It was such a classic that I was at my friend's wedding, and they had a phone where you leave like nice things on it, and I feel like such a piece of shit instead of wishing it.
You said OG Mudbone?
No, I just played that part of the video on his wedding thing, and I felt, dude, the amount of like posts, like
Drunk regret.
oh my god, the next
Yeah.
morning I was like, that's like the most special day of his life.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I've been friends with him since I was like, and he knows it's me. That's why I'm saying it on the podcast. He knows it's me. No, there's no way he's like, Uncle Ricky must have done the OG Mudbone
He
thing.
loves OG Mudbone.
Yeah, and I was like, but the fucking regret the next day, I was like, fuck, dude. And it was one of those things I was like, all right, I can't confess it to him. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna hear this in the podcast, but I was like, it was a fun wedding. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm trying to justify my behavior, but I'm like, that was pretty bad. But I'm like, you expect to leave a phone, you leave a voicemail and nobody's gonna say something
Yeah.
insane on it. Like,
Yes, it's a wedding.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I'd go. I'm very
Dude,
happy
I've never
for you.
watched those to the end. I've just seen like a little bit. I'm like, what the fuck? Do
OG
they
Mudbone?
Do they just blast them?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
where it's
yeah,
like
they have some
literally
kind
a
of pump,
gallon
you
coming
know?
out.
Yeah, it's something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Hit him with the cum.
Hit him with a gun.
Hit him with the cum.
I like that he's speaking to his penis in that. Like
Yeah.
he's in third person
Well,
with
it's
the penis.
a different entity. It's
Yeah,
not-
yeah,
it's separate
definitely.
from himself.
Yeah,
you know?
well, you never really see it in the same shot. Like,
it's almost
really.
like a deep metaphor for all of our own penises. You know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe this is how we wish the world could see ours, and we could control it. Like hit him with the cum.
Yeah.
Don't you wish you could just
Hit him with the cum.
hit him with the cum? Because sometimes you can't come. You want to hit him with the cum. Sometimes you come too fast. You're like, shit, I hit him with the cum.
Yeah, you gotta be perfect. If you can completely
Yeah, you
control
gotta
it,
be-
I own this penis.
Yeah.
Hit him with the
I
cum.
think-
Dude, the
Writing
idea.
it.
The idea.
This is a man's world.
Yeah.
The idea of being on your first date with a woman and you fuck her and then you pull out and
You
then you're
say,
like,
hit him with the cum.
hit him with the cum. Hit him with the cum. So what did you say? Nothing.
Hit
Hit him with the cum. Hit him with the cum.
delivery from OG Mudbone.
And then you go back and you're like, I'm sorry. So did you say you're from Idaho originally?
So you have like any brothers or sisters?
That is, I will say, the fun part. The one part I do like about being single is like, I think I was talking too much last episode. I'm trying not to just be a pussy podcast guy now, where I'm like,
Oh, you're trying not to?
yeah, I
Well,
think
you are a huge pussy.
Oh,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
got
yeah.
a podcast.
Got him. Got him.
all right, well,
So, that was a high five.
Yeah.
yeah, thanks, appreciate
We'll
it.
CGI that.
Yeah, we'll CGI that in post.
Check it out.
Make it look good. But I think one of
We'll
those.
CGI that in
Yeah,
post.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll tell my producer today.
Yeah.
But it's like the last episode, I was like, for a while, I wasn't talking about, being single too much because I was like, it feels disrespectful to my ex. And then I was like, this is so my life. I talked about it. And I listened to the episode. I'm like, oh, this is just a guy talking about getting pussy. And I don't like hearing it.
That's okay.
Yeah. But one thing I do like about it, it's like I am obviously going through like the horrible breakup stuff, which listeners, I get it. You hear it every week. But the.
They're sick of it.
Yeah. They probably
so bored by the fact
that your
heart is broken.
I mean, if I was a listener, I'd be like, I don't want to hear about this.
People have it worse. I met a girl, her granddad got hit by an ice cream truck.
Dude. Yeah, I met a lady. She lost her kids.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, dude.
yeah. The truth is, I don't know how much you can really
Crazy.
empathize with somebody else. Like you can. There's that level of like, oh, that sucks. Because before this breakup, I was such a fucking dick. When people would break up with people, I'd be like, that sucks, man. In my head, I'd be like, what a fucking pussy. He's gonna be over in like a week.
Yeah.
And then it happens to you, and you're like, oh, this is actually not fun.
No.
Like, people are actually.
Yeah, no shit.
I had no empathy with it. I was like so.
Well, well, I know the lore behind your relationship. Can I just? I mean, you were together for like what, 9 years?
7 years, yeah.
7 years, dude. I
Wow,
mean,
dude.
you're really not used to not having a girlfriend.
No, and the hard part is we took our last little trip to St. Pete together. That was like our little vacation. And then I went to St. Pete this week, and it was the saddest thing ever.
Oh, it's like we were here.
Yeah, dude.
We had beers here.
Yeah.
Chicken wings at this store. And then I got fucking checked off in that bathroom. Yeah.
I mean, that's not far off at all,
I didn't
dude.
jerk you off in the bathroom.
No,
Go home.
he jacked off in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Just by
yeah.
himself.
Well, it was a breakup trip, so we weren't, we were kind of.
It was post breakup?
No, it was like planned. It was like we planned the trip. Yeah, everybody's
Weird.
blown away by that.
What? You planned a trip to break up with your girlfriend?
No. We were planning on breaking up,
I know.
and we're like, all
I
right.
guess that
well,
makes sense.
She had to be in Florida. I had to be in Florida. We wanted to
Yeah.
spend like a little bit of time together before we split up. So we're like,
Closure.
yeah, closure.
Yeah.
And so I went this week to St. Pete, and I was like, oh, let me just take a walk on the beach. That's not going to be like incredibly depressing. It was right by the last restaurant we had. It was one of those spinning restaurants.
Yeah.
We had like the most amazing last dinner there. And then I'm just on the beach at night, and there's an outdoor band playing the saddest blues song ever. It's like, and my baby left me. I'm just crying, just bawling my eyes out on the fucking beach.
We
That's
were wearing like a
brutal.
white button down that was like partially open.
Yeah. And it's
That-
like
walking down the
flapping in the
beach.
wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the funny part too is that the next song was a Spanish song. It was like, it was perfect.
Living la vida loca.
It was very get back on your horse. It was like, dun, 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 dun. And I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and do Sunshine City Comedy Club.
some pussy.
Crying to get pussy.
Well,
Well, that's what it's like having a girlfriend.
Please, can I please have your pussy, please?
No, not really. We have a fairly healthy sex life, I would say.
But it
Sad songs are good.
Living la
Where can my baby
oh, dude,
be?
now I fucking
If that came
that is
on,
the saddest song.
What
Yeah.
song?
it's the Lord took away from me. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's a good one,
It's a
dude.
Pearl Jam does a cover of the song. It's literally about like a car accident where this guy's driving with his girlfriend and she's like dying and he's like holding her. in his
Oh,
arms.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a bit
Intense.
melodramatic.
Yeah. And then Post Malone did a remix of it. He's like, "Where my baby be?" Or he didn't do all that. He just
He was
did a
like,
cover
where
of
my
it.
baby at?
Yeah.
My name Post Malone. Where my baby at?
She's dying. She's dying. She's
dying.
dying.
I'm swagging.
She's dying.
I'm still swagging.
Deleting the
Delete.
Really?
Post Malone. Yeah, what a real piece of crap for that remix he did.
No, he did like a
Well, I
beautiful
I can't
cover.
believe he did that.
That's so fucked up.
That's so fucked
I'm
up that
actually
he
a
did
huge Post fan. I'm a big Posty.
that.
I'm a big Posty boy.
You're a poster?
Yeah, dude. I'm a big Post because Post is just like I feel like it's a take that's been done. He's like a guy's Taylor Swift.
Is
He's just making like songs about like fucking hoes and getting broken up with.
That's
and
what Taylor
I
Swift
don't know
does.
anything about.
And she's the other way around. I don't know
Post
why
Malone.
I've never said fucking hoes ever. I was just talking about rap.
Tell you what,
so it's just
I'm
I'm talking the jargon.
I picked up a couple since being single. I talk different now.
Yeah.
Because like for the longest time, so first off, I've been going on dates and women have called me kind of faggy, like a couple, like word for
Really?
word, yes.
Like verbatim, that's what they said to you?
So the way I'm like, for years of a relationship, I had to treat other women like I'm not sexually attracted to them at all.
Yeah.
So now I go on dates and I'm like, the most unthreatening guy.
Oh yeah.
And I've had
Nice.
one girl say I was acting faggy, one girl say I was acting gay.
Yeah. Well,
both
where are you
guys-
meeting these women?
Yeah,
Biker
can I,
bars?
give me their number.
Yeah. Both bisexual, so they don't actually meet it, but they're just kind of like saying they're like,
Every girl's bisexual.
yeah.
You can't. That's no excuse to use that kind of language.
Fucked up.
That's effed up and screwed up
Yeah.
And wrong.
and wrong.
Dude, I'm out.
Jake, don't. Jake, you're fasting.
Nope. Immediately go eat. I'm gonna eat ice
I was
cream now.
triggered by Michael's language. I need a Snickers bar.
That's the reason I'm fat, Michael.
Disgusting.
That's disgusting. Seriously?
But
no, I get
they're
that,
mostly
dude.
joking. But I was like, oh, this is like literally. My friend explained to me because you spent so like in the way I would talk before. It's like when I was single, I was just like fucking bitches.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with talking that way because I don't. There's busting balls with friends. But like I used to talk when I was in a relationship, be like, yeah, I'd fucking bang the shit out of her. But I love my girl. Like I would preface everything with like not as much as
You'd
my
always
beautiful.
qualify it.
Yeah, people were like, you don't have to say that.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
Because it's purely lust.
Yeah.
We understand that it's not the same as love.
Yeah, I remember explaining that to my ex. I was like, when a hot girl walks by, it's impossible for a group of guys not to say. Like, it's like literally impossible not to be like, Jesus Christ. Look at her.
I mean, we're all thinking it if we're not saying it.
Yeah.
She walks
Yeah.
by. It's at least an eye contact of like,
Hey, look at those.
I mean, that's
fun
nothing's better than
bags.
bonding with a random black guy over a white woman's ass. Well,
Yeah,
we're like,
whoa.
shit.
Yeah, I didn't know she had all that.
Yeah.
you fall because you're following the ass and you look up and meet. And what if you just go in and just kiss? Want to feel something?
Do you want to be friends? Yeah. One of those moments.
Yeah, what? Chicks going on dates and they ask if you want to be friends?
No.
Oh.
You was talking about we were still on the
Me-
black
yeah,
guy.
we're still on the
black
out,
guy.
but
Yeah.
Right.
But
I don't think I've ever had a girl be like, let's be friends. I don't
Really?
think they like me.
Wait,
I don't think they like me enough to be like, I'll be your buddy.
they're like, I don't want any communication with you.
No, it's
be a
usually just
fan.
like, nah, I'm out.
Really?
I can't
They either
think of
love it or
any
hate
woman
it.
I've ever dated or been around that has wanted to be my friend.
Really?
Yeah.
I have like a lot of women, and I like having women
Yeah.
friends. Like I this is not a sexual fantasy, but I just want to like cuddle with women.
Oh,
And
God,
it's-
what a gay guy.
I
Yeah, no wonder they called you fucking gay.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
stage.
dude.
You're like, I want to cuddle with my
Bro,
friends.
I cuddle with men and I fuck chicks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I fuck
yeah.
men and I cuddle with men.
Dude,
Yeah.
we used to do that. There's a group of alpha male football players in my
Yeah.
high school, and they would get there, go, dude, it's called the Bear Cave, brother. We're at a sleepover, just a bunch of dudes huddling together, like not gay, brother, dude, just warm,
That's
just body
cute.
heat,
That's
bro.
sweet. That's nice.
Yeah. One of my friends is giant football, and I'm not gonna lie, like he's just a good guy to like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, this is nice.
The big guy.
Yeah.
Cuddler.
Snuggle bunny.
Yeah, dude.
Snuggle puddle.
I'm
What's it called? Cuddle puddle. Cuddle puddle, guys. We got the big game tomorrow. Cuddle puddle.
Cuddle puddle. We gotta get ready.
You gotta get ready for the
Oh my
game.
God, we are gonna fuck up Fort Sumter.
Liberty High's not gonna know what hit him.
Yeah, we're gonna be vicious.
They're gonna have no idea what happened to them.
Cuddle puddle. Cuddle puddle on 3. 1, 2, 3. Cuddle puddle. Sorry.
Get your knee pads ready.
Oh my God, Mike came. I'm sorry.
You're off the team, Trevor.
What did I say? I don't have a lot of girlfriends.
I have
either.
almost none.
Yeah,
Really?
all
My
mine are.
girlfriend said it was a red flag.
My girlfriends,
you
like
have none?
friends that are girls, are
Almost
all
none,
my
I would say.
friends'
I couldn't
girlfriends.
think of any.
Yeah.
All the girls that I get along with that I'm not dating are my friends' girlfriends.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
normal.
mean? Like
That's
I get
normal.
along with like women I do like I'll see like at shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And like comedians, but like it's usually all the ones that I could text or like send a meme to or some shit. It's
Yeah.
always my friend's girlfriend.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
You know? And
See,
it's every time.
And that's where I'm the most gay. Like I'm like, hello, Johnny's girlfriend. So nice to meet you. I'm
Yeah.
totally not gonna try to fuck you.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah. I like, but it's like I don't know. I like. There's something about like just empathy from a nice woman who just like gives you a hug and it's just like we're friends. And you're like, oh, this is. You don't feel that
It's
at all.
different. I guess it is different, but I've literally, I'm not sure I've experienced.
I also
that.
like having hot female friends that I'm not like trying to fuck. Like I remember even when I was in a relationship, I'd go out to a bar and I'm with female. I feel good. Like I feel good.
It is a swag.
It's
move.
way
Yeah.
better having like girls in your group if you're trying to like meet women.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
for
Hey,
sure.
it's-
But this is when I was in a
Top
relationship.
tier.
It just felt cool. Like it just felt nice. I don't
yeah,
know.
it's also they're all like vouching for you by
Yeah,
their
yeah.
presence.
Yeah, they're like he's not a total creep. Because
Yeah, because if you're like 6 dudes, it's like one of them's gonna rape me
yeah.
statistically.
Statistically, one of you is a rapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Never looked at it that way.
Yeah. So now it's like, yeah. That is the funny. Yeah, that's the weird thing about like date. It's like I've never had to prove so much that I'm not a creep. Because before you say I have a girlfriend, they're like, oh, okay, you're not a creep. But now you're like, I swear to God, I'm not a creep. But do you want to have like sex? And it's like this weird
Yeah.
dynamic.
You ask them if they want to have sex.
No, but I am pretty transparent now because I'm like, I don't want to like. I'm literally like, tell me what this is. And most people are forward now.
When you get older, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
especially like I mean,
College, you just kind of go with it, and you're just like, nope, not feeling it. All
Yeah.
right, bye. And then now it's just like,
Yeah.
sorry, I had to burp. Now it's just like, do you want to fuck or not? Like,
Yeah.
are we hooking up?
I'm a celebrity. I can't
What is
be
this?
risking
Yeah,
my
you're
career.
a huge podcaster and comedian.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like I can't be risking these allegations.
Of
It's like no, I need a
course.
signed contract. I'm making them sign NDAs every single
Yeah,
time.
yeah. That's a good move.
Yeah, and it's a rider. I'm like, you need to put 3 jelly beans in your pussy.
Yeah. Only green ones.
Oh, yeah.
Only green ones.
I'm
I
gonna
want
wear
a fruit plate.
I'm gonna wear Beats headphones, and I'm gonna listen to Timbaland.
And put on a mask and fucking vape.
Yeah, dude.
Apparently, someone told me that is a trend with dudes wearing scream masks while fucking chicks now.
That apparently is a thing.
They
I've
say
seen
what?
they wear scream masks while fucking chicks. Some girls like it. It's insane.
They're like, ooh,
I'm in your pussy. Ooh, I'm the ghost of dick past.
I was as being single, how out of their mind I'm realizing women. It's terrifying. Like dudes are obviously pieces of shit. Like I stand by dudes are creeps, and you find out
Yeah.
more of that end of it. But then you're also just like, what is this? The whole dynamic is crazy. Where it's like I have been on dates. I want to say with this 42-year-old woman, and she got like. We show up and then she starts like grabbing hands with this like middle-aged black guy by us. And she's
Nice.
like, she goes, if you're not like cool with that, you can like leave. I was like, he can come fuck you with me. I don't care right now. I was like, it doesn't matter.
Jesus.
We're watching like a football game. And then she pulls some shit where she's like, I was ball busted because I don't know sports at all. So like I have to force it. So the middle-aged black guy's talking to me. He's like, yeah, man, the Ravens this year. And I'm like, totally. And I had to be like, hey, I'm pretending like I know sports. Like I was explaining to her, I was like, oh, when I talk to guys about sports, it's like me talking to women I'm trying to hook up with. I will just make it look like I'm into the conversation. And she goes, then leave. And I was like, okay. And she's like, no, it's fine. You can stay. And then
wait, where were you?
I was in New York, like
And she brought the dude?
No. This guy was just at a bar. We're watching sports bar, and then she starts holding this random guy's hand. It's just like, can I hold your hand? And then
What the hell?
no, it gets crazy. And then she goes, I want you to come. And she's like grabbing her arms and putting them around me. She's like holding my hand, doing all this weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes, I got to tell you something. She's like, I'm seeing somebody right now, and I don't respect them.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
But I like them. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I don't give a fuck about anything. I just want to have sex with you. That's all. And she's like, okay. And then she goes, we're going to walk into this bar. You're going to walk in behind me. I'm going to walk in front of you. And I was like, this is
Okay,
weird. And she goes, this
what?
bartender loves me. I walk in the bar. The bartender immediately goes, hey.
This
This woman's
bitch.
crazy. And I was talking to her. I was like, look, you sit in the bar. I was like, look, you've been drinking. I'm like, if it's not a yes now and it's a yes later, then I'm not interested. Like, I'm just not trying to drink more and then figure out what this is. And she goes, you can literally go suck a dick. And then she just smiles and looks at me. And she goes, let's just chill. And I was like, I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
And that's after I already took a blue chew. So I'm leaving a date. I'm leaving a date with a
Hard.
blue chew in
With
my
a
system,
boner?
which is like the most I've ever respected myself in my life. Just leaving this date just hard. Like, I could say no. I could say no.
Did you go home and just beat
Jerk
off your
off.
blue chew dick?
No, I did a set and then
just rock hard at
Just
the pair.
rock hard. Like, well, I got 10-minute spot. I got.
yeah.
You guys won't believe this.
Yeah.
That is something that's been crazy. My blue chews in the mail. I'm about to quit blue chews because I ordered them in the mail.
Yeah.
And then the package did not come, and it is really hard to make a scene at USPS when your Blue Chew package is missing.
Yeah.
Because you're like, look, I needed this package a couple days ago, and can I just get it? They're like, what's in the package? I'm like, that's not important. What's in the package? I need my medicine.
I feel like it's so common to get Blue Chew now. It
Everybody's
doesn't
on
even
Blue
mean your
Chew.
dick doesn't work.
A lot of time people are just like, oh, it's like a performance enhancing drug.
It's
and
like
I'm
pre-workout.
yeah.
There's people that are like
Have you ever used one?
no, actually.
I've never
ta-
used one.
I took one on my way to a girl's place. I was like, yeah, let's try it. And I ended up not fucking.
No.
But
Yeah, that happens a
I've
lot.
just never had sex on a
did it
drug
just
like
give
that.
you a boner?
No, not even.
I mean, if you get like a touch from somebody, like if you went up to him and just gave him a rub on the shoulder and he was slightly gay, he would get hard.
Well,
So I think if you were like, if you took a Blue Chew and hugged an attractive woman, you'd probably get hard.
You think so?
Yeah,
I
it's-
do that
it's-
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you're in a relationship and like one woman's like really nice to you, you're like, oh, thank you, Aunt Carolyn.
No,
Usually it's-
not really. Actually, I kind of have a semi-defective penis.
So it's like, so it just makes it makes it so it's easier to get harder and it lasts.
And it
longer.
stays harder
That's it.
when you're hard.
Yeah. Well, the crazy ones, because that's the Viagra. That's the Viagra version. The Cialis version is like 36 hours, which is crazy to me because like I don't know who's taking it. It makes more sense taking an hour before than being like in the next 36 hours I'm gonna get like it's.
Dude, my buddies would take what's it called Cialis and go work out.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
it's
it's a
actually
vasodilator, yeah.
But
it's
there's
good
so
pump.
many ridiculously hot girls that wear like yoga pants and they're.
Oh, I'd be hard as a
That's
rock.
like, yo, you're gonna get hard. I'm
Yeah.
baffled by your self control if that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
You and your
no,
friends are gonna come.
You got to take it.
We were doing just an hour of gay Batman stuff. And we were doing the guy
Yeah.
from who's getting his bank robbed in the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
He goes, "Do you have any idea who you're fucking? You and your friends are gonna come."
it's so fucking good.
Yeah. My favorite one we were doing was what's it called? Like you know that scene in Batman Begins where he has to break up the party.
Mm-mm.
So Ra's al Ghul's coming to his place
Yeah.
and is like, "You have to get all these people out of here because we're gonna murder you and burn your house down."
Oh, okay.
You don't remember this?
I haven't seen Batman Begins in forever.
Bit's irrelevant. We're throwing it out.
No, I haven't seen Batman Begins.
just the guy sucking cocks.
yeah.
I never know if I make one come.
But are you guys? So you guys are both not from Orlando. So you guys aren't going out with the high school. You're not doing the high school friends thing tonight at all.
No.
No.
That makes sense.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm doing the
day
high
for
school friends thing
Thanksgiving.
Friday
Oh, okay.
in Tampa.
Yeah.
We're having a poker night.
Oh, nice.
I
doing it
just
tonight.
got off my phone with a high school friend, and he was like, "You're not coming up. You're not coming up. What about Thanksgiving?"
Well, you're just doing it in a different place.
Yeah, we got my aunts at
Yeah.
a different place.
Are you
than
gonna hang
mine,
with your
bro.
aunt's high school friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yes.
black out.
The fucking hotties from the Bang and the A.
No,
Nice.
but I'm gonna eat a lot, like a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna want to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to pig the fuck out. I've gained so much weight in New York.
We know.
It's ridiculous.
Yep,
Yeah, very obvious.
we all see it.
All right.
Well, it's because you do you just eat complete garbage. Like I recently,
I don't eat particularly well, and I drink a lot more.
I was
Yeah,
assuming
really,
you
I-
would lose weight in New York because you're walking more.
Dude, you walk like a mile, 2 miles every day. It's really not that much walking.
I used to
That's-
walk a lot. Back when I do
It's
open
like
mics.
15, 20 minutes of walking.
Oh, I do that here almost.
That's what I mean. It's like not a crazy amount. You think like, okay, you walk 5-10 minutes to the train, whatever you're going. Like, how many places are you really going? Like,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
and you never.
But when I
walked-
used to,
oh,
when I would do what's it called? When I do open mic, I remember I first moved to New York, and when I was visiting, my phone broke. I literally had printed out Google Maps, stapled, and I would go around New York. And days like that, I would walk like probably like 7 miles. a day.
yeah, if you're like really bustling, hustling, rustling around Manhattan, but it's like, whatever. I'm in my house editing on my computer, and then I go take the train to a show. It's like not a crazy, you know what I mean?
yeah, if
Yeah.
you're like hoop hop hollering,
If
and,
you're like
if
skip,
you're,
scap,
if you're
bip,
shucking
bopping
and
around,
jiving,
Yeah.
If you're skip, scap, scallywagging around town, like that's one thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you never really drank here. You're like drinking.
No, almost never.
Yeah, are you drinking? Like, how often are you drinking up there?
Probably heavily once a week.
Oh,
And then-
Christophe got cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then sometimes three days.
What's heavily?
Probably 3-4 days a week.
Was it just anytime you're hanging out with Luke? I would
Luke
assume?
is a big drinker.
Yeah,
We drink a lot.
He's a good time.
Yeah,
He
we
gets
drink a
drunk.
lot. He gave me so much shit the one time I didn't want to drink. He's like, "Come on, what the?"
Are we not friends
fuck?
anymore?
Yeah.
You not
He's
like?
like,
What did I
"Come
say?
on."
What did I
He
say?
had, like,
Is
old-
this something I did?
Yeah. Well, the night had just began, and it was like midnight, and I'm like, well, I didn't really want to hang out at the show. I just kind of ended up at it, and Luke was there, and like all of his old Boston friends were there, and they were all like about to get shit faced. Like it was like midnight, and they're like, "Okay, the show's over. We hang out there. Now we're going to the bar next door. We're gonna get shit faced now." And I was like, "I'm gonna leave."
Yeah,
Because I'm not drinking. I went to Austin. I got drunk every day,
really.
basically every day for a week.
I did the same
Yeah.
thing.
And then
we just kept
like
drinking.
the following weekend, I hadn't drank in several days, and I was just like, I can't even look at alcohol right now. Like I just don't
Really?
want to do this.
My favorite thing about I just want to say this real quick about Austin. I complained for did I tell you about this? I complained for the whole time I was there that there was no water there because I
No
was like
water.
I was like this is just Florida, but there's no rivers or lakes or anything besides Barton Springs.
Yeah.
I had no idea there's a giant river going through the middle of the city. I didn't see it, and people would just look at me. I'd be like, yeah, it's just like Florida, but there's no fucking water anywhere. And people were like, yeah, all right, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, a river's not really the same as the
No, but there,
beach.
apparently there's a whole riverside like part of
Yeah,
the city. I
yeah,
just
yeah.
didn't even see.
Yeah.
Riverside.
I mean, I will say that I thought
motherfucker.
the city was fucking ugly as shit. I thought it was hideous. But also I had tonsillitis and was like on an air mattress, like crying and like having like a horrible emotional time. And I was like, yeah, man, Austin fucking sucks.
Yeah. What a
Joe
dump.
Rogan's full of shit. He's a
Yeah.
liar. And I'm like,
Meanwhile, you're ill and like
Yeah.
hungover and a fresh breakup.
yeah,
and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah. This place sucks.
I had a pretty good time.
Yeah, no, he had a
I had a
phenomenal
pretty good
time.
time.
He had a great time. He's moving there, but I just like I happened to just have a
No, I
terrible
had a good
trip
time
there.
in Austin.
Yeah, some good
Yeah, for me,
shows.
I was like, Austin sucks.
I just got booked a lot, did shows, and got shit faced. I mean, there's really not too much to, you know what I mean? That's
No.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, the
That's
thing is,
all I did was
I got-
comedy and drink.
Yeah, I got tonsillitis, then I couldn't drink as much as I wanted to. Which for me, I'm
Yeah.
like, I loved it. For me, I start getting really mad about that. I'm like, why does God hate me? Does he not want me to get blackouts? drunk in Austin? I start making it really personal.
Yeah,
and like
Jesus
feeling-
has shunned me because I can't get shit faced
Yeah.
in Texas.
I start feeling like my life is terrible, just for like the most little inconvenience.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I'm like Austin sucks, dude. You got to sit in like urgent care for like 5 minutes. All these things that have nothing to do
Dude,
with
Austin's the worst. You got to get on antibiotics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
After you
shit
eat
sucks.
tacos, you cry. It's so weird.
Yeah.
But tacos and barbecue are really good.
It was good, but I think it contributed to me feeling like complete garbage.
Oh yeah,
the whole time. Yeah,
God, Mexican
eating
food.
healthy there is like impossible.
it's insane because you just lie to yourself. You're like,
You
oh,
got to
yeah.
go to the grocery store. You just have to go to the grocery store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was in Tony's house. That was my favorite shit. Is Tony going like, we show up to. Were you there with us? When we show up, and Tony goes, yeah. By the way, my roommate doesn't know that you're staying here, so if you could just be kind of quiet. I'm here
That's
for
hilarious.
12 days. How the fuck am I not?
Oh
gonna
my
be?
gosh.
Yeah. How am I
It's
not going
insane
to
to
notice
think.
that?
That's
I'm glad
psychotic.
you brought this up.
12
This is
days?
the dumbest
Yeah.
thing I've ever heard.
He goes, yeah, because I got, Billy Swift is coming to stay with me next week. So I'm like, But he's like, to be fair, fuck that guy. His family came and stayed with us. I was like, just fucking tell him I'm there.
Yeah.
And then what ended up happening one day, my favorite, he told me, he's like, yeah, my roommate has no idea. Or he's like, my roommate knows you're here, but he's working every day, so he's not going to be a problem. And I was in in his room, like, rapping hard. Like, I'm just rapping hard as fuck. I'm just like,
you were
all these-
rapping?
Just like by my, when you play music by yourself and you rap?
No.
Wait, like freestyle or to the words?
To the words.
Oh, you're singing along.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just in your room.
Like SoundCloud.
yeah, I thought
rapping.
you were just recording an album.
No, singing along the words. We know. the
Every word.
The words. And then I just start thinking about my breakup, and I start crying, and I'm listening to the script, like, hot breaks the day. And I'm just, and then I hear the guy go out and do laundry. I'm like, dude, this guy just heard me rap so hard. This guy has like the worst peer
Who
in
is
my
this
life.
guy? Is he?
Just his roommate, just like some like sweet Asian guy. Who's
Who's
just like, this guy's a fucking wreck that's
Yeah.
staying with Tony. He's like,
Yeah.
Tony, check out on
Yeah.
your fucking friend.
not a comic, just some guy?
No, just some guy who like now has like the worst impression. And then Tony, I love Tony just being like, yeah, fuck that guy, he sucks dick. Like, I was like, that doesn't affect me though. It's like you being like, my
Yeah.
roommate sucks dick has nothing to do with like, he owes
Yeah.
me one. It's like, that makes it an uncomfortable situation for me.
Yeah.
But I am doing this thing with staying with people where it's like, you got to figure out when you start getting on somebody's nerves, and that's when you switch to the next person's place.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm doing this for another month. I didn't find a place for December in New York, so I'm like, oh, I'm couch sharing for another month. And so I've timed it perfectly.
In New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like 6 days is the perfect amount of time, and then
Sorry.
you get too long for
You
having friends.
you got two with me, maybe.
Yeah. My friend Jason David goes, you can stay with me. He's like, I'm really sorry you're going through this. You can stay with me. It was like October 19th through the 20th. I was like,
That's 2 days.
yeah, no, it's one. Like, it's
Oh,
really-
that's one day.
I was like, what was the point of even telling me this?
Just come crash my place tomorrow.
You
That's all you just
gotta
tell
bring
me.
all your shit.
Yeah. That is the funnest part. That and the being single. It's like there is like masking depression with like, oh, this sucks. But it is nice to like, I think when you have sex with a stranger and then you see them naked afterwards, that you have great intimate conversations where people are
Yeah,
like,
of
I always
course.
wanted to be like a ballerina. And
and
I'm like, this is beautiful.
Or like vulnerable.
yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
well,
you've like opened up enough like physically that you can do it emotionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what does suck though when the texting comes into play.
yeah.
I'm like, I licked your butthole, and now you're like,
Hey, what's up?
yeah. You're like, I don't know. Like you could be
Yeah.
uninterested, but like the like texting 5 hours. Yeah.
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 When I first met my GF after we made love to each other, I remember being like so much less nervous.
Yeah.
Something dies where you're like, okay, well, she let me hit, so
as soon as you
Yeah.
fuck, you're just like, wow.
farting on her.
Yeah. Well, there's also a guy thing too that is apparently completely untrue. That like a guy thing where like I used to think this was true.
Yeah.
If like a woman had sex with me in like high school, then I'm like, well, that's always there. But it's not at all.
That's a fucking dumb.
It's insane. I'm not saying they're my sex life, but I'm like, oh, they're probably still want to have sex with me. And it's like it's completely like.
No,
Not the case.
not at all.
But with guys, that usually works that way. You're like,
yeah,
oh,
if you fuck a guy once, you can fuck him again.
yeah. No, I mean,
That's
like,
true. It's worked for me that way.
Yeah. But it's like if you had sex with a woman, you're like, oh, she's still attractive. You're both single. You're like, oh yeah, it's still.
Yeah, there is still that glimmer of hope of like, well, she let me fuck before.
Yeah.
Like if you hit her up, she's like, putting it out there is like, hey, what are you doing? It's like not crazy to like think that it could happen.
I guess that's reasonable, but it's not a fucking slam
it's
dunk.
by no
No,
means
totally. But
It's not in the
apparently
bag.
it has like it's like not even. They're like, yeah, that was. And I'm realizing that high school was 10 years ago. Also, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You graduated.
I've said that
almost 10
sentence
years
way
ago.
too much. I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, now that college is over. I'm like, I'm 27 next week. I'm like,
I've been out of college for 5 years.
yeah. I keep.
That's nuts to think about.
Yeah, you've been out of college for 8 years.
Well, yeah, I graduated at like 22, 23.
Yeah, me too.
2015.
20. I'm 2014.
So that's 5 plus 3.
You go. You got it.
8. You nailed it, dude.
I'm good at
You
math.
do that in your head?
Yep.
Fucking Christ.
Yep.
Genius.
Wait, I graduated 2014.
What?
Yeah, you're a year older than me.
You graduated before?
Oh, high school. I graduated 2014. I'm mixing things up. 2018 was college.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, you graduated 2014? Oh, because I was
from
already
high school.
I was doing stand up when I met you. That was it. I in my mind I was like, oh, we met in college because what we talked about.
I
Yeah.
remember meeting
sketch.
both you guys. So I remember you. It was at an open mic, and you had the beer. You used to drink more, right?
I used to drink all the time.
Yeah,
I used to get high like every day.
Yeah.
I don't smoke at all now.
Yeah. Well, he had the beer flights. It was at some open mic downtown, and you just took like. And you're so big that the beer flights looked hilarious. Like, they literally look like that's how big a beer is compared to your body.
That probably at the what's it was called? Like west of downtown, the brewery.
Oh, I almost said Deadly Sins.
Dead Strings. What is
it's
it?
Broken Strings.
Broken
Yeah, that's where it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
Broken
nothing tops
Strings.
the fucking Chef Eddie's open mic. That was my.
Oh
favorite
my
place.
god, I
So
love
good.
Chef.
The
Eddie's.
Boom Boom Room, dude.
Yeah.
The Boom Boom
So for
Room.
listeners, it was an all black room, and they had an inflatable shark on a zip line. And
Yep.
if you bombed, they had the shark come in, and the
And
audience would go,
they go,
"Duh."
save yourself.
They encourage the audience if they don't like you to go duh.
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
do
Dun,
the
dun,
Jaws
dun,
theme
dun,
and rip you off stage. I did that mic 3 times. I got it twice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did twice, and I got it one out of 2 times. The one time I didn't get it, I was like, and that's when I met David Jaw the first time. I was like, funny shit, man. I'm like, yes,
You motherfucking kid. That shit.
yeah.
I did it once. I mean, I know I did it a few times, but I only got the shark once. And I like as it was coming down, I started getting pissed,
Yeah.
and then they liked it. I got very lucky.
Yeah.
I got mad, and G&G was like, "Jake, don't take no shit." I was like, yes.
That was what Gina G said to me because I got it instantly once because I said the word pussy. They were like, it was like a middle-aged black crowd, so they're like,
That's vulgar.
and then they ripped me off stage because I literally had a joke. It was a stupid wet floor sign joke from forever ago where I said wet floor pussy or whatever. And they were like,
Oh no! Get him off the stage! Dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it.
and then they put the thing around me. I started screaming.
That could
at
be a
them.
thing.
I was like, fuck, cunt, shit, piss, balls, ass. Oh, you don't like it? Fart.
And then she was like, Gina was like, he stands up for himself.
Yeah. Well,
She's
there's
funny. She was funny. As
I
shit.
like Gina G.
She's fucking great.
Yeah. No, there was a similar thing in New York. There was a Red Lobster in Harlem.
I did that show.
Yeah. But they would
awful.
they would scratch if you curse. They'd scratch the mic. Go,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
They'd scratch the little sound.
Can't say that in the Red Lobster.
I still
2 for 1 cheesy bread.
Get your cheddar bay biscuit. Biscuits, cheddar bay biscuits, y'all. Pew.
But my worst one I still remember was
You okay? Go.
the Falcon was still my worst ever open mic bomb.
Where?
I remember for the rest of my life. I remember this. This is the Falcon.
Oh, that doesn't even count.
Yeah, but it was so bad. I had some stupid joke where I used to be like, I bet Anne Frank's clitoris was hard to find. Just like terrible.
Doesn't even make sense.
Well, I was like, because she was hard to find. It was so fucking stupid.
It doesn't make sense.
no.
Logically, it just does not add
Yeah.
up.
Hey, I'm aware. Okay, this is.
It's a really awful joke.
Yeah,
Why would
yeah,
you
yeah.
ever say
Did
that?
you bomb with that joke?
Yeah, what a surprise. Yeah. You guys can get AIDS. I
That's
fucking hate
weird
you
that
guys.
that joke that sucks bombed. That's so weird.
Dude, if you did that at Good Place, would have bombed there too.
Yeah, you could do that at a sold out improv full of your fans.
I really hope you guys die tonight, both of you.
Thanks.
Thanks,
But
man.
yeah, dude, don't stress Falcon. There's
Falcon's
usually
I'm not
such a
stressed about it.
nothing.
I'm not stressed about
calm
it. It's
down. So it's
It's just funny.
You're screaming.
It's just funny the way I remember it because I remember that I said that and then nobody laughs. Just one person goes, Jesus Christ. And then I reached for the mic stand and it fell over. Dude.
That's awesome.
It fell over 5 times in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it kept like falling over and
Yeah.
coming back up. People were just like, Jesus. And I left early. And then Billy, what's his name?
Myers.
Myers just got so mad at me for leaving the stage empty. He's like, you never leave a stage empty. It's like a cardinal sin of stand-up comedy. I'm like, I just want to go home. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
yeah. He's the person you want to take advice from, though.
Yeah, he's a good. Yeah.
Yep.
But on Falcon, dude, it was such a dump. But Jarrett Moore, when he lived in Orlando, he loved it because you could do 15 minutes at an open mic,
Yeah, which is like unheard of.
which is it's the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
I
I've
met
ever heard
Jarrett.
of.
I met Jarrett there.
Yeah.
Whenever he was, for some reason, him and David Jolly
Yeah.
switched sets.
That
That was beautiful.
was so funny.
Wait, what happened?
One time, it was at like a showcase, I think, and then Jolly didn't show or was like late, and it was Jolly's turn, and Jarrett had already gone up, so Jarrett just did David Jolly's set, and he was like, "Man, I need me and 14 Puerto Ricans from Poinciana." You got just Jarrett going. I got chicken in my pocket. One time I did an open mic with Jarrett at UCF. They used to have this monthly open mic at UCF at this burger place at UCF, and it was like all sponsored by the school, and it was like very official and like whatever. And you know, the student board for activity council or whatever put it on, and it was so bad because it was just in a corner of the burger bar that was just crowded with people just trying to eat cheeseburgers, and they're like, what the fuck is this? And they wouldn't pay attention to anyone, so we're just screaming into the void, and Jarrett goes up and he says, for every joke that bombs, I will take an article of clothing off. And then by the end, he's just in his underwear standing on a table at UCF.
That's incredible.
That's such a good commitment level to have that early. I mean, how long? I assume he was like.
We were like a year in, maybe
Yeah,
6 months in.
Because I had this for such a long time where you feel so.
Whoa! Sorry, he's going to knock over the gong.
Oh, you're good.
That'd be a hilarious thing to knock
Sorry, I had
over.
to adjust.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
There's that time period of stand up. I mean, I still am in it a little bit where you feel like guilty for doing bad. And like you feel like you're putting something on. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, I have to do this for you guys. And so to be like, I'm gonna take my clothes off. It's so common.
Well, it's such a bad show. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to feel guilty for doing bad on like a decent show. Like, you should feel bad if you do bad on a good show. But if you're like,
Unless you're trying, like if you're doing your best, and they just don't like. There's some level of like, I can go home and write more, but this is the best comedian I am right at this moment. You know? What
yeah,
I mean?
but a good show,
You should do well on a good show.
you should do well on a good show.
If it's a good show, it's like, all right, oh, they didn't like that? Fuck it, I'm just going to do some good stuff.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
I'm saying
I don't
like
know.
everybody's
It's-
done bad on a good show though.
Yeah, that's fair.
You guys make me feel real alone.
Unless I'm like really like, if I'm like mentally out of it or something, or
yeah, or like I've
trying
had
a-
it where you're too
trying a bunch of-
robotic and you're
yeah.
like, oh shit, I'm kind of like rehearsing this too much.
yeah. But if you're not, but you're probably passable. You're not doing bad. You're not bombing. You're not
just
getting
killing.
silence.
You're not killing.
You're just
how
not
you thought
killing
you
like
would.
you should because you could kill
I
harder.
guess I've had some bombs on good shows. And that's the worst. Is the guy before me goes, they're fucking great. You'd have to be a fucking idiot to bomb. them.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
you
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
just
Yeah, and you just eat a cock.
because like that could just be a group of people who liked everybody else and they just really for some whatever reason
Don't
didn't.
like you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And then it's
sometimes
my
the crowd.
because I'm not good enough.
Sometimes it's just not your crowd too.
Yeah,
I've like used to be like, oh, never blame the crowd. I'm like, you can blame the crowd sometimes.
Occasionally, yeah.
Sometimes
Well,
you can just definitely.
When
blame
you're
the
new,
crowd.
you should never blame the crowd.
Right,
Just
'cause
take
it's
it on the
probably
chin.
not
It's 9 times out
crowd.
of 10. I would say 9.9 9 times out of 10 it's you if
Yeah.
you're fucking up and
If
you're
you're
new.
just new and shitty.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's the funniest part. I remember when I first started stand up, like my first like year, you're like, my audience is really, like 22-year-old drunk white guys in a room full of 80 people. You're like,
yeah.
you're like, that's
In
kind
front
of.
of 80 boomers, you're
Yeah,
like, yeah.
Yeah, but if you're like a
And then now I'm like,
a-
oh, there's 3 people. I will fucking let's do it.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some crowd, like there's some like bonker shows around here where it's like they'll have like
They just suck.
a room where it's like the ceiling is like 5 stories high,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they'll fill the room and like all the tables are separated by like this much space.
You talk about
So it's
Deltona,
Deltona, dog,
awful,
like shit like that.
awful room.
Yeah.
Really brutal.
And you're just like
Brutally
why?
hard.
And then you go back
Fucking
and try to light the
here.
building on fire.
Oh Jesus!
That's crazy lore.
I can't talk
Yeah.
about that right now.
No, probably not. I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I mean, maybe what's the word?
I don't talk
Statute
to him
of
anymore.
limitations.
If I don't say a name, can I?
Yeah, you could say that happened to a random person
There-
because it is someone we know and it's fucking crazy. Like I told because I bumped into him recently and
Yeah.
my girlfriend was with me. She's like, I was like, yeah, I knew that guy. And he's like, did you go say hi? I was like, no.
He talks about it on stage, right?
He did. He talked about
I don't know if he's
in a different state. I was
Yeah,
doing
different
shows.
state. That's so
I bumped
funny.
into him. He talked about it on an open mic.
Yeah.
And it was very funny.
That's what kind of open mics are great.
But in
There's
real
something
life-
kind of amazing about them where like you'll just hear people divulging crimes they've committed.
Dude, there was a guy who murdered a guy who'd go to one in New York.
yeah.
And literally he'd be like, everybody knew it. They're like, that guy killed somebody, went to jail for it, and he's out, and
Well,
now he's doing
he
open
paid his
mics.
penance.
Yeah, but you're still like, you see the
He
look on
served
his
his
eyes.
time.
You're fucking terrified. You're like, that guy's
Yeah, I
killed a
know.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Or lady. I don't know who he killed. Maybe a
yeah.
child. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can tell the
a
story.
dog.
Yeah.
Still say his name.
Just some comic try. Let's not do it.
And then
The listeners are like, what happened?
I'm not
Yeah,
getting
the
into it.
statute of limitations. But
Yeah.
It's less
We'll
of that. I have a terrifying fear. I don't know why. I'll like shit on like gangs on here. I'll be like, "Fuck this group. The Bloods are pussies." And then I'm
Whoa,
immediately afterwards,
whoa,
I'm like,
whoa, whoa,
Hey,
hey,
man.
hey!
Immediately, I'm like, yeah. Immediately, I'm like, I don't want to get murdered. If there's any blood listeners out there, I love you. Al Qaeda, we're fans.
I apologize to the Bloods.
Hamas, everybody. I'm fans of everybody.
The IDF, Hamas. I'm on both
Everybody's
sides.
side. My favorite take I heard, which is I don't think is actually retarded. I don't think this take is retarded. I think
Yeah.
it's actually really interesting. Somebody brought up that how everybody thinks that Jeffrey Epstein was like a Mossad agent.
Yeah.
They-
I mean, yeah, he probably was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely an intelligence gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people were saying he worked for intelligence gathering. He would blackmail politicians and
Yeah.
basically, and worked for Israel, like the Israel intelligence agency. So now people are like, oh yeah, we are, a lot of us helping them out. This isn't taking a side on it, but they're like, a lot of us helping them out is blackmailed politicians that are like, Jeffrey Epstein blackmailed me, and now I like will vote for us to fund money there.
Probably. I mean, it's not unbelievable to think that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Was her name Ghislaine or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, her dad
She
was-
was sexy.
Yeah, but her dad is straight up like openly in intelligence. It's like they're an intelligence family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's what they do.
Yeah.
And then they
It's-
marry. Yeah.
My
It's
friend
a
was
fairly open secret at this point.
Yeah,
It's also
they-
like the blind eye of the meme of he didn't kill himself. It's like, of course he didn't. Like,
Yeah.
obviously. He
It's
didn't.
That's
like
why
they-
it was so annoying when Hillary went on Trevor Noah and she's like, I killed Epstein. Oops. And then it's like this is such a
Yeah, you did.
yeah. It was such a weird thing. He's like, oh, you're so funny, and I'm like, what? This
Yeah.
is so creepy because I was like,
that was unnerving.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
I
unnerving.
didn't see that. She went on. She
went
jokingly
on-
said, "I
yeah,
killed
she
him."
sarcastically said, "I've had so many people killed. Oh my god!" That's like he's like, "Cause everybody thinks you're a monster."
yeah.
And then she's like, "Yeah, I bet I killed Epstein too." Do.
It's literally like if you caught your girlfriend cheating, she's like, yeah, I'm out here blowing all your friends.
Yeah, that's
Oops, look at me.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's an old
sure.
Norm
I
joke.
sucked someone off.
What is it?
It's he's like, I figured out a way to not have to lie when you really should lie. Is you say the truth sarcastically. And you're like, yeah, no, honey, I don't want to fuck your sister. I've never found her more attractive and nice than you. Yeah, that's the bit.
My friend would do that with drugs all the time. Be like, have you been doing drugs? He's like, yep, me and my friend were out smoking at 4 p.m. We smoked out of a Apple Watch. And he'd like, really get away with lying because he would say it in such detail. He's like, and then Michael came over. He freaked out, took his shirt off, took a shower, and so he didn't smell bad. He borrowed cologne.
Yeah, that's the move.
Yeah.
I had one friend who used to vomit every time he would smoke weed, and he would still get blazed with us. Shouts out to Eric. He's a real trooper, dude. Shouts out to Eric. Yeah.
What song is this?
Yeah, he'd be like, you guys want McDonald's or like what's up?
Lil Wayne's the shit.
Fire man.
I threw up once from smoking in college, and it was from a gas mask.
Oh yikes!
Oh my
That's psychotic.
God. Well, I used to smoke a lot. It was like literally every day, and
Yeah.
then the only thing I'd never smoked dabs because after I hit
those
that
are
gas, after I hit the
horrifying.
gas mask, I was like, I don't want anything more than that, and dabs are supposed to be more. But I remember putting it
Yeah.
on. I just got so disoriented. I went outside and just fucking threw up.
You get dizzy.
Yeah,
Were you
it was
drinking too?
Too high. Yeah.
I think it's a lot of
That's
times
what
it's a
college does.
mixture. Like, everyone mixes the weed in the
No, that
booze.
day I wasn't drunk.
Oh really? Okay,
Maybe
right.
a drink, if that, but I did not get drunk. It
Yeah.
was just, I smoke a lot, it'll be fine. And I
Right.
put the mask
You
on,
just vomited.
and I'm looking at my friends. They do it. They would clear the entire mask.
Yeah.
And like they would just sit with it on. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I can
like
easily
you're
do it then.
asphyxiating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
Well, it's a weird thing where if you smoke pot and then drink, you don't get sick. But for some reason, if you drink
Drink and then smoke
it makes
pot.
0 sense to me. But it's just how you have to weave it in. You have to be like, all right, I
Yeah.
smoked a little bit, then I drank a little bit, then I smoked a little
I
bit.
would always like just sober up for a while before I smoked.
Yeah.
I would do strikeouts,
Yeah, that's
which is dumb.
yeah. it's where
Strikeouts
You
are-
you take a that's what we call them. You take a big bong hit, and then you would hold it, and while you have that in
You
you,
take a
you
shot.
take a shot and chug a beer.
Oh, that's fine.
And then exhale, and then go
I can
out
do that.
and try to interact with women.
Yeah. That's why it's called a strikeout. It's because you're about to strike out with these broads.
Yeah, it was horrible.
You'd be like,
And then while you're at the at the bars and clubs, like we like worked at them, people would just like show up with a blunt, and you just be fucking stupidly like impaired, and then just like, hey, you want a blunt? Yeah, sure. This will look cool.
yeah, I'm
And then
a
you
big
just-
bouncing man with a big blunt.
And
And
you're
then
just
you're
like,
like,
"Ah."
Dude, yeah, that was the worst. I would visit my brother in college.
Yeah.
And like you're a high schooler, so like there's people like drinking and they're like, hey bro, do you want like to rip a bong? And I was like, the last thing I'm gonna do is look like a pussy and
yeah,
rip a
and not
bong.
rip the bong.
And then I remember like I'd be visiting with like my family, and then I'd hit a bong, and I remember just holding my stomach, just terrified, just so drunk in a fraternity house, just like begging God, just like, can this please
And
It's
yeah,
like, why did I have to try to impress that guy wearing the New Balance shoes in the back of his head, listening to Mac Miller?
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
I remember one time because we would always pregame and like do like the strikeout, like get drunk and fucking high. We were doing it. We had music playing, and we literally have, as soon as you walk in, it's like the counter's there. There's a bunch of drinks all around, a huge bong, fucking weed all on the table, and the door is like slightly open because we were about to leave.
yeah.
And a cop just walked in.
That
Cop walked
sucks.
in, and it was a cop that lived there, and he was like,
In the apartment
he
complex.
looked around, and it got dead silent. We were like, and we all looked at him, and the silence gets broken by, where are all the women? What do you guys sword fighting in here? Made fun of us, and then goes, I just got a call from them. They told me to come up in here, turn the music off. I don't want to have to come back up here,
Nice.
and then just left.
That's
he didn't
great.
give a fuck. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, you were the man.
Yeah,
that's
I've had
cool.
one interaction with a cop like that, and it was just like, turn the music down. I was like, okay. And that was the entire interaction. He goes, you got any idea why I'm here? I said, the music. He goes, yeah, turn it down. I said, yes, sir. And that was all. That's all that happened.
Yeah,
Cops are so nice, the little white boys like me.
I've had. I was the opposite. Dude.
We had a pretty mixed group.
I'd always have cops be dicks to me, and I'll be like, I know my rights. I was such a little fucking bitch, dude. I remember like,
That's so gay.
Immediately pull out your phone. Oh yeah, Mr. Officer.
Yeah, he raped me. Yeah.
dude, my favorite is when my friend said me the worst one I ever saw is my friend just like, I'm actually in law school, and it's like, oh, you're such a fucking annoying bitch.
What a dumbass.
Yeah, but they would like, I mean, because the cops in Winter Park, like, it's such a nice area that like the cops, like, their favorite thing to do is just fuck with kids drinking.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they were such dicks because they had no real crime. It's like they're actual cops that have to deal with like real shit, but these cops have no real crime, so they're like, oh, okay, we're gonna like go ahead and fuck with these high school kids.
Yeah.
And be like really aggressive on them.
It's
Like,
like
some shit.
exactly how it was because I'm from Boca.
Yeah.
Same thing.
There's not much going
there's
on.
No crime.
Yeah,
So it's just like college. I'm sorry, just high school kids.
yeah. Just
They-
fucking around.
Yeah, they take it pride in like, oh, we got one smoking.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's like
loser.
them posing with a pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got yeah, I remember the biggest one was my friend. We were fucking dumbasses. We were all underage and we were drinking, and we drove somebody's car. Like my friend drove our friend's car who just left it there because he was like an older kid. We were all 15, and we're like blaring rap, just drinking in this car. And I remember my friend was wearing an NWA shirt. Paxton, actually, the guy who produces my podcast, he was in the porta potty when the cops all showed up. So he had like a decision. He's like, I could either walk out, and he sees the cops coming up to us, and he's like, "Are we with you guys?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Oh,
It was funny because I don't know if it was just NWA or it was like literally a "fuck the police" shirt. And I remember the cop is like, "It's either cheap cologne or alcohol." And I don't know which one it is. I can either smell cheap cologne on you guys, or we're like, it's fucking the cheapest cologne you've ever seen, man. But yeah, it's so funny when your parents get mad and just that feeling that you're like,
yeah.
In high school, everything seems like such a big deal. I was like, I got to change my life forever. Like, I was like, I have to be on a better path. You think that it's like if I keep drinking, it really like. I've seen such different paths. I've seen friends that were total fuck ups in high school really get their shit together, and then people like
totally had their shit together, total fuck ups.
Yeah. It's like not this weird thing where you're like, oh, if I got that one thing, it's like, I mean, a DUI is a different thing, but like if you're just like drinking it, like none of that's gonna ruin anybody's life.
Yeah, they'll expunge it or you're a minor. Or...
I got in trouble. What's it called? There was weed that was within arm's reach of me in a car.
Yeah.
And they gave me, it was called constructive possession.
What's constructive?
How old were you?
I was 17. And the person driving said, "Sir, everything's mine." And they still gave me a charge.
Oh, that's so whack.
And in my mind, I was like, yo, I'm on the run from the law. Like in Eminem's music, I was like, I'm not afraid. I was fucking working out. I had to miss practice to go to court. And I was just like, bro.
Also,
I gotta
arms
get
reach
my
is
shit.
hilarious because like everybody has different length arms.
That's true. What
And
if
then
you had really small arms?
Where you're doing that thing where you're just like, I can't
reach it.
Yeah.
No, I never really got anything like that. But I mean, I got close with cops just finding us with weed and be like, get rid of it,
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
I had it often. I got kicked out of concerts for being drunk. Like my parents had to deal with so much shit, and it's so funny too because
for being a drunk child,
or
or just for being a menace, or both.
Mostly just being because like I was really good at school in high school because I was like middle school I was terrible at school because I went to a private school.
Yeah.
And I was the dumbest guy there. And I felt it, and I was like, oh well, I'm not going to be as smart as these like Indian kids. So I was like, I will be the funny guy. I was like, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So I like purposely didn't put the same effort into school, and then high school I was like, okay, I got to get into college.
Yeah.
So I did like a bunch of Adderall, worked really hard, but then on weekends I would just get like. Just do weird drugs, drink, just be a complete menace. Like just that high school drunk, especially like because I was taking Adderall and drinking, so like you can drink so
much more,
and then the Adderall wears off, and then you're just like
blacked,
and like that high school drug is like something that thank God I haven't experienced since, where it's like you're just like it was a mess, dude. We went to Monster Jam one time, I got kicked out.
I love
like,
Monster Jam.
Dude, kicked out for like throwing up all over the place. Like my parents like splashed water in my face, like couldn't wake me up. And then I would like still be an asshole enough to argue with my parents. I'm like, I'm a mature. I was like, I'm 18. I can be fighting for this country.
You're such a little dickhead.
Yeah, and they're like, we're gonna pay
That's
for your
so
college,
funny.
but we're not gonna be happy about it because you're such a.
It was I was doing crowd work the other day, and this guy said he went to therapy because he smoked too much weed when he was 14. And then I was like, I think any amount of weed is too much weed when you're 14.
Oh yeah.
And then there was just like this weird silence in the room where he was like, yeah, I guess so. Like he was just like really genuine. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, that's where
Such a judgmental prick.
When did you smoke for the first time?
15, 16.
About you?
14. But then I was doing mushrooms. I was 14.
I had a diaper and a blunt, motherfucker.
Dude, I made a sippy cup of fucking Jeeb.
I just remember the first time I got high, I didn't feel it, and the second time was great, and then it was like third or fourth time. So I was like, I'm never gonna be sober again.
This is the greatest.
This
feeling.
is what they warned me about. I was like terrified.
Oh, you were scared. You're gonna
I
be
was like,
a
I'm
drug
never
addict.
gonna not be high.
Yeah.
And I went home and I had to see my mom and my grandma, and I was just like, do you guys know? I didn't ask them that, but I'm thinking like, fuck.
Yeah.
See, that's way better than I used to
terrifying.
smoke pot for all of high school. I enjoyed pot maybe 4 times. I smoked it maybe like 400 times. I literally would smoke pot, and then I'd be like, you could have just not done this and had fun with all your friends.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
chose to do it, and I would just like be
You
terrified.
spiral.
Yeah, dude, I'd
Yeah.
freak out. I remember one time we were like smoking parsley, and then the cooler, because we're like, this could get you high, and the cooler could show up. They're like, what are you smoking? We're like, parsley. They're like, how would you come hit like a real bong?
Whoa.
And then I remember I stood up, everything went black, and I could see out of one hole.
Oh yeah, you get like tunnel vision.
Yeah, it was like a telescope, so I'd have to like look
Oh,
at everybody's
yeah.
face when talking.
Oh
to
yeah,
them.
it's crazy.
Did you ever smoke K2 when that was a thing?
Oh my god, no.
Horrible.
I did never do that.
I
All
did
the
it
time.
once, and it just gave me it was the only time I didn't have fun at CC's Pizza because of that bullshit.
That sucks.
Dude. We
The
were.
only
I was
time I
gonna be
did have fun at CC's Pizza is
such
so
a
funny.
good day.
Because you weren't even saying like the
I love
best
CC's.
meal I've
We
had.
were
You're like,
all
You
"Yes."
absolutely blaze and go to CC's.
Incredible!
Oh my
Oh
God.
my! It was me and like
You got
4 or
barbecue
5.
tikka pizza. You get the mac and cheese pizza. You get the mushy ass brownies.
Yeah, you get the cinnamon ball
cinnamon ball
rolls.
thing. You
Ooh.
get a big soda cup.
But it was like our friend who like we were just old enough to get our own car. We don't have to have
Oh
like
my god,
a
that's
parent's
so
drive.
awesome.
We get the car. We're like, oh, we're gonna go to CC's. We can smoke. I was like,
love
I don't know,
CC's, dude.
dude. They have this stuff. It's legal. You can just buy it. We smoke it.
No.
Headache. Just in what? Where? Who am I?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is awful,
Panic.
and I'm just not
Psychotic,
enjoying
yeah.
CC's pizza.
Yeah.
God.
Dude, my buddy,
Worst.
fucking Jared, dude. Jared's such a fucking raccoon. He was talking to me about CC's the other day, and he's like, you know, they charge you for a soda cup. I just been taking a salad bowl, filling it up with soda. He's like,
They have fucking salads there.
yeah, they have salad bowls and he just or pasta probably. Pasta bowl, he just fills it up with fucking Coke and
Dude, what a
Does that
mess.
try or just drink
No,
it?
he just laps it up like a dog.
Oh my god.
It's literally like makes the buffet $6.99 instead of $4.99 or something ridiculous.
Just using a spoon to drink like cherry coke.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Oh, I used to love fucking. You know what? I think the old logo cherry Coke tastes better. Think about it.
I don't know the difference.
You ever see the old ass logo for cherry Coke?
No.
Nah, that shit hit different.
Mm-hmm.
Or wild cherry Pepsi.
I like
I don't
cheer
know if I've
wine.
had
You ever
that.
cheer wine?
I love cheer wine.
Yeah, I remember like my brother went to camp and he like came back with it. He was like, dude, cheer wine's like the cool. They do it in North Carolina or something. like that. But
have it in North Carolina.
I used to have cherry Coke like every day.
So good.
Whenever because I worked at what's it called, Jimmy John's,
Mm,
and they had cherry Coke there.
that shit.
So I just walk up and get a little
It's
swiggy.
just busting, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Getting high school high though, that was different.
Oh yeah, I remember the K2 was so funny because there'd be people who'd get in trouble for smoking pots. They just smoke K2.
Oh, dude, that happened all the time at my school.
Yeah.
And then they
So
became
bad
like
for you.
fucking mentally handicapped.
Yeah, it was
It's
insane.
like you were just like a pothead. Now you have like true like fucking retardation. I don't know, like something
dude.
really.
It was
I'm glad I was like, I don't know if smart enough or lucky enough to be like, this isn't right.
Oh yeah,
Because like when I smoked weed, if I felt bad, people were like, oh, it'll be okay.
yeah.
You know, but like even if I did it back then, we didn't know it was bad. They're like, oh, you're just too high. You know,
Yeah.
I'm glad I was like, no, I'm not doing that again.
No, that
I'm
was
fucking
that
out
was
of that.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it was like this one kid who would he was kind of like weird stoner kid. And he's really quiet, and
Yeah.
and all the girls were like he's so cool because he like doesn't talk, but he's just scared of everybody.
He's-
and
yeah.
and he was like getting drug tests or something like that. And he's like, I had K2, and I was like trying to be cool with him, like yeah. And he's like, oh, I know your brother, dude, cool guy. I'm like, yeah. And we smoke a bunch of K2, and he looks over at me, and he goes, I want to fuck your brother's girlfriend.
Whoa!
And I was just like, and I was high. I'm like, yeah, bro, totally cool, man. In my head, I was like, fuck.
What the fuck, dude?
And-
What a
and-
psycho.
yeah. And then we're just like riding around on like longboards, just having
Yeah.
like the scariest heart.
Yeah, heart
attack.
palpitations. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's so funny too because the guy was just trying to act cool. He's like, brother's such a cool guy, man. Love the guy. And then he's like gonna fuck his girl. I'm like, you're fucking.
No,
menace."
you're not.
Yeah. I'm not gonna argue with the guy.
Yeah, dude. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember of one time I took edibles for the first time and they were really, really strong and I was so fucked up. And then another one of my friends just got sick and he was like, whoa, like his stomach was churning. He had like a huge headache. He couldn't do anything. And I was just extremely high. And I was at his friend's house and his mom was there and she was like, do you want me to call your mom? It was when we were like, I didn't drive there. I got like a ride there. And she's like, do you want me to call your mom to come pick you up? My buddy's real sick. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. And then I walked through her screen door, just threw it and just like broke it on the way to the car. I was like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And then I just, my mom did not notice at all. And it was
Yeah.
like Friday at like 7 p.m., 8 p.m. And I just fell asleep while we were watching a movie. We were trying to watch Drive.
Oh,
the Ryan Gosling
yeah.
movie, and I just fell asleep at 8 p.m. on the couch.
Oh, see, that's nice. My mom would accuse me every single time I walked in the
I
house.
was like, how did she not know? I woke up the next morning. I was like, I'm gonna be in horrible trouble.
Yeah, my mom every time I walked in the house, she'd be like, "You're high." So I couldn't win because no matter what, it was basically this is what you do. Every time I walk in the house, she say, "You're drunk or high."
Yeah,
So
you might as well get drunk or high.
yeah, but it's also like she's really only catching me lying because she knows how to lie. So every time she goes, "Okay, well he's not drunk and high," because I could tell he's not lying.
Yeah.
But then when I am, she could tell that I was lying every single time.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. We had one friend, my favorite. He'd get you to smoke K2 at his house, and then he would not. He'd be like, "Well, let's pregame at my house, and we'll go hang out." And then you get to his house, smoke K2, he turn on his laser lights, and be like, "Why don't we just fucking hang out?" Here? And we're like, "No." And every time we're like, we could not get this guy out of his house. But I think we're about to. We've been going for a while now.
Yeah, we're at 90 or something.
Yeah. What do you guys want to promote?
Just listen to Rough Week, please.
Check out Jake Ricca on YouTube. Got a bunch of new gaming content and a sketch dropping. I think Friday.
Hell yeah.
Okay, well,
Christmas.
it's come out Sunday, so go back in time. and
Go
watch
back
the
in
sketch.
time. The sketch just dropped.
It will still be on YouTube.
Christmas. Yep. I got
All right,
fart.
thank you.
All right.